Alright, we've got a couple matches here. First up, we have Detroit Delibirds versus San Francisco Shuckles. We got the new cards. The stream has not seen these. Nice and crispy. This match, we're going to see how it goes. He's getting the run back. We're going to see how it goes. If he's able to clutch this out, I'll be very happy for him. Somebody has to take out Peng at some point. Is it going to be at the very end? That would be pretty devastating. I'm obviously still rooting for Peng, but at the same time, it would be cool to see Colin, if anybody, break the streak that he's holding currently. Up next, we have Vicious Volcronas versus KC Blazikins. This is the Grand Finals rematch from last draft. There was a lot of jank in their last match, so we're looking for a good, solid rematch here. He does have an Escadrille on his team this time, and a Ditto, so we're going to see how much that changes up the battle. Alright, let's go right into our matches right here. Oh, we just hit the threshold for the Makar plush giveaway. Awesome. At the end of the month, we're going to be giving away a Makar plush. Keldar, if you want to enter for that, you need to place your vote on our bid war that we're doing for Zelda Month, which is right here. You just select a game and say it in chat. I don't think you've done it yet, so we shall count your votes. Alright, so into our first match, we've got Colin versus Peng. Hagen versus Nylok the Drink. We obviously have... Okay, let me turn this down. We obviously have Peng's theme that's going to be playing here. We see the Galvantula coming back. Sock, Porygon 2, Suicune, Mawile, and Hoopa. Versus Raikou, Heatran, Talonflame, Latias, Shuckle, which that's surprising. I think this might be Shuckle's first or second match. And then Ambipom there at the end. Alright, let's go right into it. Hopefully the song's not too loud. It's definitely too loud. We're gonna turn that down. That should be about good. Alright, here we go. Right into it. Heatran versus Galvantula. He's probably gonna go for the burn here. Classic play, does not get the burn. And despite the background snowing, it is not hailing. We see the thunder go off. It's an awesome background for this as well. Sword and Shield. We have webs on both sides. Final Gambit from this Shuckle. We have a Focus Punch from Mawile coming out. Not coming out, rather. We see Latias versus Porygon here. We get to see the Trace. Latias Mega evolving and setting up a Calm Mind. Getting slowed down by the Discharge already, but he's setting up 2 Calm Minds at this point. We're gonna see what we can do here. Maybe we're gonna see a roar from the Suicune. Oh my lord. That negative priority locking him out of being able to get this Latias out. This is pretty bad. Chooses to go Galvantula over Mawile and outspeeding to kill. That was an interesting play. Also, we're moving on fast. We need to slow this down. We need to slow this down. We need to slow this down and go back a couple turns. Run that back. Alright, we gotta go down here, press play, go up. A little scuffed. Alright, we see the Galvantula go down. Alright, Hoopa comes in. Also could have been an option rather than losing Galvantula. Knockoff goes off. Ambipom is out. See the fake out. Is he gonna stay in for this U-turn? Switches the Ambipom out. That's interesting. Fearing the Scarf, I assume. We see Rocky Helmet on the Heatran. Porygon 2 coming in on the Flash Fire. Stealth Rocks go up. Colin's out playing. Got the Toxic off on the Porygon. Ancient Power. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know about that one. Also went for Lava Plume rather than Magma Storm, which is understandable for Galvantula. Alright, 3v3. Sawk, Mawile, Hoopa versus Talonflame, Ambipom, and Raikou. If I were to place my bets, I think Colin is in the lead here. So we've lost the Sturdy off the Sawk. We see Inner Focus Sawk. Beautiful. Rather than the Sturdy. A good play, a good play. It's trading here. Not the best, being that there's a fucking Talonflame in front of us. I think Colin has this. There's no reason he should lose this unless he chose some fire move that's not strong enough to take out Mawile. And that's the battle. What the fuck? Kill him. Yeah. I guess that makes sense for the priority. Sucker punch. It doesn't make sense. It wouldn't have killed. Alright. Good match. Colin wins. Victory. Colin. That's huge. A week 1 victory for Colin. In the lead, my man. This awesome Elite Four battle music to play for this match. Let's actually fix this before we go into it. Alright, here we go. Alright, Smackdown Landorus on the Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen staying in Ice Beam Yachi Berry. Landorus. Choosing not to go for the attack here, knowing there's a chance it wouldn't kill. We see Tornadus coming in on Tyranitar. U-turning right out. Nidoqueen comes right back in. Tanking that Stone Edge like a champ. This song is too loud. Alright, there we go. Tanking like a champ. Stealth Rock come out. Now I think it's too quiet. Now it's good. Earth Power from Landorus, closing it out after the Stone Edge damage. Reuniclus comes in. Are we going to see a U-turn from Landorus? Trick Room comes up. Did CJ bring Trick Room to the last match they had? I don't remember. There's the Energy Ball. Landorus going down. Traded rocks in this scenario. Not the best Lando I value, but it still got a kill. Focus Blast on the Tyranitar. Not sure what the play there was. Just stalling out Trick Room, I suppose. Does he go for the Focus Blast here again? I think he has to, and he misses. That's devastating. That is quite unfortunate for our guy. But we still have Milotic here. Milotic comes in here for free. Okay. Trick Room, Tornadus. Is he going to see a U-turn here? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Good bait. Baiting with the superpower possibility. Calm Mind on the Sableye once again. We see a Sunny Day going up. +2 Sableye. Here comes the Houndoom. Don't think we're going to see a Focus Punch in this scenario. Do we have Protect? No Protect, and he's just dead to a Heat Wave. I don't think CJ was doing calcs for this for some reason. There's the Solar Beam. Milotic living on 1 HP. This is looking like a wrap. CJ was too focused on the Escadrille to be ready for this. And it's probably the Heat Rock, so he's got another turn. Yep. Yeah, he's just giving up. Tornado still had a chance here. I don't think it would have one-shot Escadrille, but it had HP Ice and U-turn. I think that was the wrong one to sack off there. True, he didn't Mega Evolve Sableye. That is interesting. Wanting to save that Will-O-Wisp for Escadrille, I assume. Or Garchomp. Maybe there's a universe. He needed a crit there. You gonna see Stone Edge Garchomp? No. Okay. This is closer than it appears. If he misses a Rock Slide on Escadrille. Oh, did he heal? Ah, that would have been a beautiful heal. Keldar almost threw again. If he roosted there, I think CJ won. Yeah. Alright, GG. And it was Lumberry Escadrille, so nice. GG's. A victory for Colin and his friend Keldar. Quite the start to the Elite Four. Definitely not something anybody expected, I think. Yeah, definitely interesting. Alright, so we have our next cards. For our upcoming weeks right here. Alright, here we go. We've got KC Blazekins versus Detroit Delibirds. Cleaned up the cards a little more. Added this like aura effect behind them. And we're in the Elite Four from Aura Ascent this time. Alright, we'll see how this match plays out. I think Peng has a strict advantage on this match, so it's good that Casey had a good week one, because he's definitely holding in there. Once again, we have, well, I guess not once again, but we have Peng, who's coming from losers, fighting somebody in winners, rather than Colin fighting Casey. But that's fine, it's just because we don't know. Let's see. Celebi's pretty good. Ditto will be nice. Houndoom's nice. And then if he can do something with Escadrille, we'll see. It's definitely possible for KC as well. Definitely possible. He does have to worry about... that would be funny. Sand Rush, Porygon 2. Alright, here we go. Vicious Volcaronas versus San Francisco Shuckles. This match... Dude, it's just so hard to put trust in CJ's team, but he's been able to make it this far. I think if he keeps his head on straight, he can definitely clear this up. I think he wins that KC match if he sacked Milotic instead of Tornadus. I think he had a way better chance because he had HP Ice, Superpower, and U-turn on that thing. So I think there was a better chance than he thought. I think he just needs to slow down and use the timer more, if anything, and use the calculator. That would help. And that is our week review. Nice and short because it's Elite Four, only 2 matches. We shall see you guys next week. Later tonight, for those who are here for Zelda Month, Remy will be going live with Breath of the Wild. his first playthrough, and we just hit the Makar plush giveaway. And thanks to Keldar for the resub. Rocking that golden badge now. Well, I suppose he had it last month too, so very nice. True, Remingle is returning. All right, good night, guys. Peace.